Greetings. I was given another prophetic dream that I know it's important to bring forth. And at the end of my dream, I was given a scripture. So I'm just going to share the information the only way I know how. It's just the way that I am. I say things exactly the way that they are. And I just can't, I don't know, I just don't care to flower it up or do anything. I just can't. It's just not my way. So I just have to say things straight out. So this is what my dream was. And I hope it's received. And whoever has the ear to hear, let them hear. Because I know that it's meant for me to give this message. So in this dream, I seen this huge robot that it was massive. It had a lot of power. And it just fell down and shattered into pieces, right? So the next scene, I'm in a business office and all the people who worked in the office were just gone. So myself and a lady friend of mine were in there. We came there for a purpose, and we were like, wow, everybody's gone. And there was only one person left that worked there, and they were way back in an office hiding somewhere. So we're looking around like, what is going on? So we look in this closet. There's a table laid out for us, and there was cakes, like there was a celebration going on. And then I opened up a closet door or some door, and there was a bunch more cakes, like I say like 20 or 30 cakes in the closet. And then the table was decorated nice with cakes and snacks and things like this. So making sure I don't miss anything. I'm looking at my notes. So anyways, I shared the cake with the nice lady who came in and was talking to me before we seen the scared lady. The lady who was back in the office looked very fearful. And then while we were eating the cake, I think it was a cleaning guy came through. So we invited him to, hey, have some cake too. We're just going to have some cake because there's nothing else going on in this building. So then, and these cakes in the closet were all lined up like dominoes. I don't know if that had a meaning to that as well. I hadn't figured out why those cakes were lined up like dominoes in that closet. But then when we left the building, the weather had gotten really bad and things were chaotic outside. So we rushed home safely, got in the house. Well, we went our separate ways. I rushed home, got in the house safely. People were in the streets. They were running. They were yelling. I seen children riding scooters. Everybody was just kind of rushing, trying to get in. And so I got in the house safely. And the message I got at the end of that was, Babylon has fallen. Okay, so I went to the scripture to look at Revelation 14:8. So I read it in context. So I'm just going to read what it says and what I got out of it. Before I read the scripture, I also want to mention that I previously had another dream about this. Well, no, I'm going to go ahead and read the scripture first. So, reading it in context, I'm starting at Revelation 14:5. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him, worship source God that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So, another dream that I had previously that was just basically, it wasn't like a whole scene like I got this time. But what I got, it was like Source God was talking to me. And what was said was, I have to tear it down so I can rebuild it the right way. It has to be torn down so that it can be put back together the right way. And I know it's related to this. So you can see what you get from this. But there was a lot of images in this. And my thought was the robot would signify the government systems of false power and earthly kingdoms of power falling and being destroyed. And those who worship that or continue to I don't know what level, but it seems to me like we got to let all that stuff go. We got to let it go and stop supporting those systems that have been tyrants over the people. Source God is not happy. So that's the message that I got. Let me see if I wrote any other notes down. Also, what I got was the fact that I was safe and we were celebrating. So those of us those of us who love and know our source, who don't worship all these material things and not to say material things, that's not the word I'm looking for, but worshiping these evil people who have been doing horrendous things to we the people, the adversarial systems that have constantly come against us using all kinds of trickery and whatever is so much. I can't get into all that. I'm just here to deliver the message. And I just have to say it the way that it was given to me. I thought of putting it in lighter terms and things like that, but it's just like, scripture, you tamper with it, you change a meaning. So I didn't want to risk that because it's too important, and it's time to warn our people to wake up. Remember from whence we came. Remember where we came from. We are the indigenous people of this earth plane. We are the people, not the corporations. They flipped everything and used it all against us and treated us like debtors, and they were the creditors, when in all actuality it was the opposite. We are the creditors. They're the debtors. It's just it's over. The message is it's over. Babylon has fallen. As the angel cried out, Babylon has fallen, Babylon has fallen. And it also says, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. It kind of explains, we know what's really been going on. Most of us know what's really been going on with these people, these tyrants who have been doing all this stuff. It's over. That's my message. And I hope it's received with full understanding. And it's not to give fear. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. Because, well, I guess it would depend on what side you're on. But for us, there's nothing to fear. So we stand. We move and be in our hearts. Let's support one another through this because we are the people. Love you all. Be well. Thank you for listening.